Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and this should be a lot of fun. The most successful playthrough I have ever put on this channel was a Portuguese playthrough where we played a TSL Earth map, and it was particularly big and ridiculous because of course you get +1 trade route capacity whenever you meet a civilization. It's pretty insane. So today we're going to be playing something a little silly. Today we are playing a 62 civilization map. That's right, 62 civilizations. City-states and barbarians are turned off just because, well, the map is a little bit crowded. This is technically only like a regular sized huge map, so the 12-player map, but I've shoved 62 people onto it. We're playing with a couple of bits and pieces as well. And these are the specs if you want it, but I am using a couple of mods on this one, so if you want to play this game, I would massively advise coming over to Discord, because not only have I got the save file, but I also have all the mods that I use, plug. Specifically, we're using Secret Societies mode. You'll see it's standard speed and Deity difficulty, of course it is. But we're also using the Yet Not Another Maps Pack mod in order to get more than 20 people on the game. I also have a Loyal Capitals mod on, because that's really good when you are absolutely crowded in and there is nowhere to go and it stops you from losing your capital in like one turn. Now, you can see here, Portugal like trade routes. They get 50% all yields, but the trade routes have to be over water. They can embark as soon as you get them though. So that's exciting. All units receive +1 sight. That is also exciting as well. We like sight. Sight is good. Sight is very good indeed. However, you can see that it's put me next to this lake, which would be terrible for trade routes when this coast is just here. This is a continents map, so if I can get to the coast, I should have access to a lot of people. So, tail between my legs, head to the coast, just head this way. Oh my goodness, the settlers have such visibility on this. I love it. The chances, by the way, of me being able to settle more than one city here is low. It's very low. Oh, and also, by the way, not only have we found already Wilhelmina, Russia and Spain, but Norway is just across this sea from me. So that's great as well. Watch them all pop up, watch everything pop up in like crazy things. It's going to be interesting to see who gets to settle and who doesn't. That's not a good direction for Spain to go in, really. Not a good direction at all. But there we are. Lisbon is set up. No fresh water, unfortunately. But that's okay, we will make do. You know what? There are 62 players on this map. In order to get 62 players, by the way, I have taken the requirement for people to be different off, so you might have a couple of duplicates here. 62 players is literally the limit the mod will allow me to do. I was trying to get to 100 players. If you guys know how to do that, I'd be super keen to work that one out. But no, in the meantime, absolutely fine. I'm going to beeline straight for sailing on this one. I'd quite like to build galleys so that I can go and explore and find loads of trade routes. Saying that, I already have a bunch of trade routes, so this isn't too bad. It would be in theory possible for me to settle here if I were to steal Spain's settler. However, I would get a huge amount of diplomatic nonsense for doing that, and it would be massively problematic. I'm just trying to think if that's the best thing I could do. I mean, Spain would settle here otherwise. Oh, how peaceful do we want to play this game? I'm tempted to sort of almost one city challenge this game. It is tempting for me. I mean, is it possible? Is it possible to one city challenge with 62 players on the map? Oh, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to regret doing that immediately, seeing as we've just found Gaul and Vietnam. Something tells me I need to build a defensive force, so Slinger it is. Yeah, already the one thing that would be a problem is loyalty. Capitals are loyal, don't forget, but second cities are not. So even had I stolen that settler, me actually keeping hold of it is going to be problematic. Now, there may be a couple of people that actually can't settle here. So we may wipe, you know, probably 5 to 10 civs out of the game. But what we are doing is hopefully meeting everybody as quickly as we can. Oh yeah, people are going to denounce me, of course they are. We're hopefully meeting people as quickly as we can, so even if people do get knocked out of the game, I've already met them. Whether or not they survive has got nothing to do with my porter ability. I just need to have at least acknowledged their existence to get the trade route. Everything after that is gravy. Oh dear, Genghis Khan shares a continent with me. That's always fun. Fun. There is Valencia, goodness me. We're going to have to potentially look at seeing if we can get through at some point culture bombs in Lisbon in order to make sure that we can actually spread ourselves out, because this is a packed map. This is a very packed map. Hermetic order found. Oh, that is the thing that I have mentioned. There are no city-states on this game, but I do have just the one mod on, the Secret Societies mod at the moment, so this is quite cool. Now, we could actually get Natural Wonders and Hermetic Order, but unfortunately that is not an option, seeing as the Navigation School is such an amazing building for Portugal. I kind of want to keep that, so yeah, no dice on that one. You know, pretty much I think Void Singers may be the only options we can go for her, because there are no barbarians and no city-states, so yeah, maybe it was a terrible mode to have on. It was awful, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, there we go, our first duplicate. We do have 2 Vietnams. It was going to happen at some point, and the fact that they're right next to each other is quite entertaining, really. Gaul has gone after Vietnam. That's wonderful. I was really worried they were going to go after me there, but no, not today. Not today. We're going to keep at least one slinger in that city. Might have a second one just to keep myself safe. And once we start to pick up galleys, I can really start to pump them out. You know what, actually, I just realised our governor is available. I'm going to go Pingala. I was tempted potentially to go for a Rainer start in order to get all the gold, but I need, if I'm going to one city challenge this, I need to rush through these trees as quick as I can. Going straight for urban planning. God King would be good if I was going for a Pantheon, but I'm not going to get a Pantheon in this game, which is a little bit annoying. We might go for survey, even though I've got no scouts. Doesn't really matter. What I'm actually going to go for is foreign trade. Maritime industry lets me pump out galleys at double speed, which is lovely. You know, of everybody I've met, only 2 have actually failed to settle, Japan and Russia. So this may not actually be too bad a start in terms of everybody actually finding a place on this map. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, pottery. Wouldn't normally rush it, but I do need a granary if I can. That would be a good pickup for me. You see, that's the good reason for getting all of my units out quickly. Actually, no, they found me. Yeah, Mali hasn't settled either, so that's the 3rd one we can see. And an unmet player has been defeated. Okay, the first person is out. Actually, saying that, we've only had 1 person actually leave the game so far, so that's pretty good. Okay, 2 slingers are out and done. Magnificent stuff. Okay, standing army. Standing army is what I need. The bigger the standing army, the less likely people are going to go for my beautiful 1 city. So let's just rush some galleys. They've got 30 strength, so my standing army will actually do pretty well if I have all of these going. My little safety boats. I can get my nows later and start to put down my Vittorias. Oh, it'll be wonderful. Somehow China has actually managed to get 3 cities out. This city will be lost very rapidly. You know what, actually, if we can produce an army and start liberating cities, we could actually make a bunch of gold by selling the diplomatic favour. That's always a nice strategy on games like this. I always do have a problem with having Spain just on my border as well, in this Valencian city. I just feel like Spain and Portugal, I don't know if they respect my independence. I mean, pretty much, you know, modern day relations between Spain and Portugal are pretty friendly, but, you know, they've had a bit of a rough ride over the years. Foreign trade gives me maritime industries. Excellent stuff. Okay, we've got a little bit of stuff. Okay, galley in 3 turns. That is much, much better. We've also now discovered traders. Traders are fantastic. In order to get traders, I need 170 gold. So we just got to keep an eye out for deals and things. One thing I'm going to look out, especially with all of these people on the map, is I'm going to be doing my usual thing where I purchase in anything I can, like, for instance, diplomatic favour as people find it, and then I can go and sell the diplomatic favour afterwards at a huge markup. I'm also rushing open borders. Why? Well, A, I want to be able to close my borders to keep myself a little bit safer, but B, as soon as open borders is opened and sort of rushed, I can sell open borders to people. And when there's this many people on the map, it's good. Second player has been knocked out. Dear oh dear. So now we've got pottery. The one thing I do have is a silk start, double silk start. That would be 2 plantations, which would be quite nice for me. The other thing I could rush towards is, of course, ancient walls. Am I a little bit afraid of Norway? Yes, I absolutely am a little bit afraid of Norway. That is fair. It is utterly fair. But I think irrigation would be quite good in order just to get these plantations. It's something to sell, if nothing more. My first galley unit. Okay, into the sea it goes. And we're going to immediately start to discover stuff. Oh, you know what? There are 3 cities already. Don't forget, 3 cities would be an amazing thing for me to pick up. What I'm going to also do is just have a quick look and see available routes. There is 9 gold routes. That would help me very quickly to build up You know, I think I'm going to get one more galley in, but then we're going to start to get traders in. I think that's going to be really important for me to do that as quickly as I can. A second Spain, just in case I was not done with the one. Madrid is down there. I should have known actually with that, but it had been settled as Valencia. That was the giveaway there. I missed that one, but never mind. Oh, people are starting to send delegations to me. That's good. A delegation is 25 gold, I think, that gets sent to me. Oh god, if I can get to 170 and get that trader up and running, that would be an amazing thing. Poor old Coupe, I realise, is still sailing around the world and actually hasn't found anywhere to settle yet. That's a fair thing. Oh, is that America? Did you start with Mount Roriama? I mean, Sweden. Oh my goodness, Sweden, 14 science already. No, actually, oh my goodness, this is a second city, a second stable city from Sweden. Wow, Sweden, early players here. That's pretty impressive. Shipbuilding boosted, now that I've got 2 galleys. Curtain, I should have recognised those green and gold borders anywhere. Canada as well. Oh my goodness, Norway is going after Australia. Thank God I met them now. That was an amazing thing for me. Right, let's get that first trader going. I really need to start trading with people. It's important to have at least a couple of galleys because I needed to meet enough people to get around the map and actually unlock the trading routes. Canberra. Oh yeah, there we go. I think is Australia knocked out of the game already? I think it is actually. It is. There's definitely at least France somewhere here as well. There you are. Oh, curtain. That's not good. And actually, if everybody now starts some sort of like Eleanor of Aquitaine rush that I have to contend with, that will not be good. Another Netherlands. A lot of Netherlands units here. That's good. That means we've got lots of people to trade with. Oh, and that's a good thing actually. We're now in a golden age because we've met everybody. Oh, that's awesome. Perfect stuff. We can also get our first trading unit in. Now, was turning barbarians off to keep the computer going quickly, or was it so I could send all my trade routes out and know that they weren't going to get killed? I mean, it's a bit of both, really. A bit of both. Gilgamesh. Oh, you know what? You know exactly what's going to happen, Gilgamesh. Friend! Yay! You know what? Actually, there's a bunch of people that want to be my friend. Norway is my friend, is the biggest one. That is an amazing thing. Hang on, just anyone else wants to be my friend. Come on, everyone's my friend. Everyone's my friend. Yes. Okay, good. We're making things diplomatically complicated for anybody that wants to go to war with me. Oh, that's 2 delegations I've been sent already just from doing all that. That's awesome. You may also notice, annoyingly so, that the hair situation has sorted itself out. Everyone now has hair. I figured out how to do that. There was a graphical setting issue I had. The only problem with playing 60-player games is that every 2 seconds you get another announcement from somebody being like, I have something to say to you, and you're like, please go away. Please go away. Right, first trade route, 9 gold per turn. That's right. That's pretty damn good. We've gone from 3 gold per turn to 12 gold per turn already, and we're making another trader. In fact, I've got 27 open trade routes already. We need to rush that pretty quickly if we want to do well on this game. Oh, Brisbane has been left open by Norway. Oh, my galley can just immediately go take it and then liberate immediately because we are doing a 1-city challenge, but that 300 diplomatic favour. Okay, you know what? What we're going to do is I'm going to say, who wants to buy my diplomatic favour? Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got both Canada and Sweden in the game, of course, so they want to buy it. It's just a case of, I don't want to give you all of it if your gold is maximised. So I can rinse Canada out for 69. Nice. 42 to get Sweden rinsed out as well. So that probably gave me about 30 gold per turn and a bunch of gold up front, which means I can now immediately go in and buy myself 2 traders. More 9 gold routes. Rotterdam and Amsterdam. I'll make 2 allies if I trade with them, so I will. The Dutch love anybody that trade with them, and they hate everybody. They just hate everyone else. 9 gold per turn on this trade route. Medieval Fairs is boosted on turn 33. We've already got 63 gold per turn coming in now. We're just going to keep an eye out. Look, actually, diplomatic favour is still being bought by other people. So we're just going to have a look at the deals and see what we can flog effectively. I mean, this stuff is worthless to me, but gold-wise, that's amazing. That's awesome. We're already up to 94 gold per turn. Lisbon, the best thing that Lisbon can do is produce galleys because those are currently being rushed, so production-wise, that's a really good thing for me to do. Granary, however, would help me to get just the city running a little bit, and I think I'm going to go for a builder now in order to make sure that I can get the irrigation and the luxuries going so that Lisbon's actually got a little bit of food and production and all the stuff that you might want. Now we've got irrigation. I think I'm going to go for animal husbandry just to see if we do have any horses. Horses are, again, something else I could flog. Still meeting people though. I've got a galley sort of going around this new continent down there, and my warrior is still heading in this direction. That's 33 trade routes we have right now. 33. And as you can see, already available routes. There are still 4 that I haven't done. If I were to send a galley up this way, I'd unlock all of these sea routes as well. So that's something I do need to do. This is such a higgledy-piggledy map. I love it. I love it so much. People are still denouncing me, unbelievably. I mean, what have I done to anybody? I am just the nicest little chicken. People want to be my friends, and Japan's denouncing me. I'm pretty sure Japan don't even have a city. Anyway, urban planning is now being taken over by caravansaries. Caravassaries? Oh, goodness me. How you say that, I'm not entirely sure, but that actually gives me a whopping +8 gold per turn. So I will take it. I'm going to use my giddy heights of my population to pick up Connoisseur. Now, Connoisseur is more important because I need to get all the way through to mercenaries pretty quickly, because that will give me culture and science from every international trade route. That's a good one there. And I believe that one of these ones as well has the +4 gold per trade route card. I can never remember where it is. Ah yes, mercantilism. It's over there. So mercenaries is definitely the one to go for first. You can see we're now up to the whopping 12 gold per turn for trade routes as well. Very good indeed. Plus I've just unlocked open borders, which means I should be able to select open borders and say who wants to buy it. Look at all these people that would buy it for 2 gold per turn. This is a protracted thing because I have to then go and just accept each one of these separately. But this is a lot of 2 golds per turn. Some people would just give me gold up front, but I will take 17 gold for open borders. I know it's not as much, but it helps just to flush my treasury just at the beginning so I can get some trading routes going. Nice. I think unfortunately though, this is most of it though. 13 gold I'm begrudgingly accepting, but Germany will only give me 2 gold pieces for their open borders. That's not good enough. Another Gilgamesh. Another Gilgamesh. I would love that. Nipper. Go on, friendship. Yay! I love that. Imagine if you just had a game just purely of Gilgameshes. Oh, what a friendly game that would be. Just going around. As I say, the more friendships I can lock in, the less likely it is that someone is going to attack me. Diplomatically, it would be too much of an issue for the AI to take. The one thing I have realised is I do have cattle, which is interesting. A pasture on top of the cattle, and let's say a commercial hub next to that, means in theory I could put the Great Zimbabwe down, which will give me 1 more trade route, and all my trade routes from this city get +2 gold for every bonus resource within 3 tiles of the city and in this city's territory. So, I mean, I might have to just think about the bonus resource placement, because there are some crabs here, for instance, that do count as a bonus resource that, you know, would be in range if I just sort of moved that over a little bit, but still. I mean, that would be a lot of extra gold. In fact, actually, I might just need to switch this round, but the idea is sound. You know what, I'm just going to grab that tile just to make sure that that idea does happen later. But that's not a bad idea. Oh, we've met Rome, and Rome have actually closed their borders, which is intriguing. Oh, I hate this stage of the game when you're exploring and suddenly people start shutting the borders all around you and you're like, ugh, that's such a pain. Sometimes you have to get rid of your extra luxuries as quick as possible, because otherwise every time you try and end a turn, all you see is people trying to buy it, and it's the most annoying thing in the world. I've got a monument, I've got a granary in Lisbon. All of these things are looking pretty upgraded and tasty now. I think we're just focusing now on getting ourselves more traders. Let's get that gold as high as we can. Still meeting people. Just met India and Egypt over on this continent. I'm actually going to circumnavigate the world accidentally very quickly. Who we pick as alliances is going to be an interesting one as well. We know at least there's one Cree, which is a good thing, unless the Cree have been knocked out of the game already, which they may well have done, to be fair. But if I can find people like the Cree and make alliances with them, I might be able to explore all of the internal areas of the map as well. Oh, I've got 69 points. Nice. Oh, starting to pick up science from trade routes now as well. Oh, yes. That is good. That is a good thing indeed. But annoyingly, I'm also having to now buy open borders from people. It's like, I can trade it, but some people are just like, it's like, oh, that's so much gold. Oh, fine. I don't like doing it, but I need to keep exploring. Unbelievably, the person in first place I haven't actually met. It's amazing that somebody out there is doing very well indeed. Very well indeed. This is what you always need to keep an eye on as well. Diplomatic favour, Coupe selling 20 for 1 whole gold. Because they've got it and they don't value it. Rome can get rid of 3 as well. I can then go and see if I can sell my 23 diplomatic favour for a bit more gold. And there we go, return to profit. 6 gold per turn I can get from the Mayans. Nice stuff. Oh, hello. That's the Aztecs. Sometimes you meet the Aztecs and you're like, okay, right, just turn around and pretend. Pretend like you never met them. So this France, that France there, do you see Marseille in the middle? They are winning. They're on 110 points per turn, or 110 score at the moment. I'm intrigued to see why. Why are they doing so well? If I make a deal with them, they don't have any other cities, so I don't know. There's something about why they're doing well. Coupe's got 8 techs. I've got 5, 7 techs, 7 techs. Nobody's really jumping out at the moment, so I can't tell you exactly why they're doing so well compared to everybody else, but you know what? Fine. So one thing I'm doing now, and it does sound a little silly, is I'm just making sure that I'm buying in all the coastal resources and all the coastal tiles that might actually benefit me later in the game. I get extra science for every 2 coasts I think I have once I've got a campus going, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on that if I can. Yeah, it seems like a weird thing to be doing, but you need as much land as you can get. I do believe that. Oh my goodness, there's an actual unoccupied island. Is that so? It's got 20 loyalty penalty if I did settle on it, but I mean, that's nonsense. Genghis Khan was knocked out by Vietnam as well. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. That was amazing. Circumnavigated the globe. I probably shouldn't have done that in the ancient era, but we've still got 10 turns left and I've already won that. So, I mean, that's just, I mean, who knows what's going on really. There we go. I can actually start to buy a bit more of this favour now. There you go. 5 or 6 gold to get 14 per turn. Not a bad deal, really. Anyone else want open borders? Go on, I'm flogging it, flogging it. There we go. 3 gold per turn from Norway. Norway gets it. Norway gets it. Just by doing this, just cycling through and getting all of these open borders, I'm probably getting about 200 gold in total. From all of the gold per turns, from all of the golds up front. It makes a huge difference, a massive, massive difference. I'm even getting to the point now where it's like England wants to buy it for 9 gold. You know what? Sod it. It's worth nothing to me. They're not even going to get anywhere near me. I'm on the other side of the world. It's like, yeah, sure, if you want it, that's great. Also, look, I bought all of the tiles. Now I bought all the tiles that I can within 3 tiles of the capital. I did lose on a couple, so I'm thinking if I culture bomb here, that would be good. If I culture bombed there, then I could make sure that I've got all the tiles that I can. But I mean, ultimately, it's not too bad. I'll take how this has gone. Rome want 5 gold for open borders? Really? I mean, that's horrendously like a lot. God, that's painful. Fine. Well, Rome have created a backlog. Actually, I don't even need their open borders. Oh man, I almost fell into that one. I can just sail all the way around. Brilliant. Let's get the fishing boats in. Boost celestial navigation. That's wonderful. Make sure actually I do have enough trade route capacity here. It's not the trade routes, it's the actual available routes. I've still only got 2 more that I could send from the city of Lisbon, so extending my trade route range is going to be an important thing. I've got sea route of 45, which is pretty good. You can see my galleys are they're still navigating, expanding and exploring as much coastline as I can to find as many available routes that I could get hold of. Still meeting people, still finding people, it's all good. But yeah, if I run out of spaces to trade with, that's going to be absolutely frustrating. As I get trade routes with people, that does actually help. That makes a big difference because I can actually start to do stuff. And then tanky, okay, that's not a wonder I was going for. I'm kind of looking to try and get the Lake Wonder, the Huey. That'll be quite cool. I think the Mausoleum would always be a good pickup. I always like having the Mausoleum. Maybe the Great Lighthouse might be a decent pickup as well. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but you know, it's fine. Writing. Okay, writing's cool. Writing is really, really cool. The thing I'm looking at is whether or not I rush the Great Library. Great Library would be really cool. But for a 1 city challenge, that would make a huge difference. It would make a massive difference. Giving me a boost for every time I get that. I mean, Ultimately, the Oxford University has got to be something I've got to keep an eye on as well. It must be adjacent. Grassland plains. Okay, so flat land and next to a campus. I'm going to have to give up an aqueduct, actually. I'm going to have to give up an aqueduct. I think it's the only way I'm going to be able to fit everything in. But if I go Great Library there, and then I sort of pick up an Oxford University here. There's a lot of ambitious wonders that I'm going for on this one, but this might have to be what we end up doing here. Still don't have any more trade routes I can get. Come on, to find another city, at least one more city on the coast. Who's this? The Cree. Come on, give me open borders. Have you denounced me? Have they honestly denounced me? Yeah, they have. Oh, you bastards! Come on now, for 9 more turns. All right, we might just have to wait there for 9 turns with this galley just to wait to go past. It's so annoying. I picked up 63. And actually I can get 17 gold per turn for it, which is pretty damn good. So yeah, wonderful stuff. Political philosophy. Okay, I think Classical Republic is probably going to be good to get great people points, have the immunity, have the housing. Autocracy might be fun to get wonder production. And also gives me a little bit more yield in that city for all of the buildings. But I think Classical Republic, yeah, having the immunities definitely tend to be worth it, which is quite exciting. Now, what else am I going to get? Maritime Industries is still something that I do quite want, but Corvée building wonders is going to be an important one for me. I'm going to go urban planning. Do I go urban planning? No, we'll go for conscription to give myself a little bit more gold. And charismatic leader and everything doesn't matter because there are no city-states on the map, so that is fine. Now, I think I can just about nab New Orleans. I might lose this galley, but that's deliberate. A double galley rush in order to pick that city up. Nice. That gives me the city. There's no hope in hell that I'm ever going to keep it, but I can liberate America back into the game for another 300 favour. Yeah, looking at this, there are some exceptional trade deals I can do for all of this favour. I mean, just liberating a city probably gives me in excess of 1,000 gold of reward. I mean, look at that. That's 500 just for 100 diplomatic favour there, so 500 gold from Canada. You can see we've got other bits and pieces going through as well. I've got a huge amount of gold income, massive amount of gold income. I can start looking at great people and thinking, well, what do I need? What do I need? 2,000 gold for a great engineer that gives me walls. It doesn't seem like a great plan, but as I say, we can start cycling through and actually earning the great engineers that give me wonders. I mean, that'll be something to keep an eye on. I don't need to do it right now, but that's something I can do. Look at all these trade routes. Oh my goodness, it's great. At the moment, they're all just giving me gold though. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the AI to actually build some flipping districts. That would help me massively, but I've got 500 gold per turn now, which is pretty cool. I've got +1 immunity, but I could use some more immunity, so yes, diplomatic favour is a good thing to buy, and I'll just keep an eye out to see how much of this there is. Okay, there's a lot to buy. Let me just do this quickly. Okay, we managed to pick up 37, that's good, but luxuries. What sort of luxuries can we get involved? Has anybody got any spare luxuries that I could pick up? Oh, there's 2. Alright, I'll just buy them for straight up gold, because just 41 gold. I like to keep that gold per turn just as nice and high as possible. It just makes me feel better about the world, you know? It just makes me feel better. But anyway, we've now got +3 immunities in my capital. It just helps the yields and stuff a little bit. So that's great. Once this harbour gets built, that'll help massively, just, you know, really pushing my city through. I'm trying to get to lumber mills as well. That would help. Got at least 1 lumber mill I could put down here. Maybe chop some of this rainforest down. I'm not really working it at the moment. That's my production. I could get that to 14 if I needed to, but it doesn't make too much of a difference, so we'll ignore that for now. You know, even if people start to wipe each other out at this point, having met everybody, having 55 trade routes, I mean, I'm hoping that should get me through the game nicely. Very nicely indeed. Oh, I'm looking forward to some of the later golden ages. This is going to be good. Yes, I know a lot of people think my golden ages look like merely passing by. Come on, bragging. It's not bragging. It's me just doing amazingly. Okay, well, there's no chance of me getting a great profit, so Exodius is just pointless. Monumentality means I could buy builders cheaper with gold, but it doesn't really feel like it's worth it. So I'm going to get 3 inquiry turning my harbour district into more science. That will be a nice pickup for me. Indeed, 21 gold per turn for Madrid. Okay, that definitely is not Madrid. That seems to be Vesuvius, but sure, we'll go with that for now. One thing I would quite like to pick up is the diplomatic favour for each delegation I receive. That would be a huge amount of favour if I can pick that one up. So definitely keeping an eye on that. You know what, engineers, I think I am going to do it. I'm going to start spending some gold on engineers. It gives me some air escort, which is the good thing, but I can start to get things like Imhotep in order to rush through some wonders. Plus, you know, having walls in Lisbon just stops me from being attacked, which would be quite useful. Ancient and medieval walls in the city. Boom! Engineering is boosted. That's quite nice, actually. That's pretty good. Oh, more trade routes. Oh my goodness, like, I'm just, as I say, it's about there not being enough cities to trade with at the moment, which is the real problem. As people build more harbours, it'll be easier and easier to actually do the trading, but still at the moment it's just a little annoying. It's unusual playing the game without city-states, actually. Just not having any city-states on. Very strange. I'm in second! Somehow I'm in second. Only the Black Queen of France is doing better. You can see actually she's doing pretty awesome. How are the greatest cities doing as well? As of today, Lisbon is the 8th best. The 8th best, interesting. Not having a wonder, I think, lets Lisbon down, but we'll get some wonders. That'll be pretty good once that all happens. Just waiting for these routes to finish. Oh, there's a couple that'll be doing it relatively soon in the next few turns, getting trading posts for me. Trading posts obviously helping me to extend my trade route range, which is the biggest problem for me at the moment. I feel like there are more routes that I could do. Like I could in theory, I'm trading like over here for instance, but like Baghdad, that's like an inland lake here. When will people start building canals? I mean, I know it's only 1440 BC, but come on guys, sort it out. Imhotep. I think, yep, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Who's next? Oh, Bishang. Now, he's brilliant because that means that Lisbon will be able to build 2 more districts more than I would normally be able to get away with. So that's awesome. Oh, man. Who was that? America. You just raised a city. That's not on. That's not on. I was going to trade with that city. Ugh. How annoying. Okay, the denunciation has literally just expired with the Cree. So I can finally, for 1 gold per turn now, make my way through their land. And try and just find any more cities to trade with. Come on. Come on, give me more. Give me more. Harbour is completed. Means we've got a flurry of things that we can do now. Firstly, the lighthouse appears, making all of these tiles much, much better. I'm hoping as well, unfortunately, building the harbour in my city doesn't increase the trade routes, but it means that people are more likely to trade with me, which is a really, really cool thing. So, I mean, getting horseback riding at the moment. I still need to unlock the mausoleum, which is really annoying. Games of recreation. I was kind of putting off doing this until I got construction, but I'm going to have to just rush it through. Okay, that's fine. In the meantime, anything else I can do? I could probably put the campus down on that tile there. Let's do that. Okay, let's get the builder in. Let's do that. And I think in the meantime, I think an audience chamber, +2 amenities and +4 housing in my capital. That'll help it to stay happy. There we go. One more route. One more route. We've done it. We've finally done it. Oh, God, I'm just like any route I can get hold of. I'm just seizing at the moment. Am I just going to quickly pinch this admiral? I think I'm tempted to, although actually merchants are probably going to be more important for me. But I mean, these things are I mean, gold is flowing nicely for me at the moment, very nicely. Getting all of these great people does help. So yeah, let's get that admiral in. Promotion. She's one I don't want, but anyone that gives me sort of trade route capacity or better trade routes or anything that goes along those lines is got to be worth it for me. Right, now let's remove these woods quickly, and now I can think about getting the campus in here. Nice. Loyalty is such a problem that people are throwing money at luxuries. 14 gold for a luxury? Yeah, go for it. Just managed to pick up 186 diplomatic favour, all for 1 gold. That's amazing. Oh, yes. Oh, and thank God, Gran Colombia are actually settling this city up here. Doesn't matter where they settle on the island. There we go. It's going to be coastal, so that's another trade route. Oh, good God. Can we liberate Canberra? I think this might be an option for us here, actually. That's pretty decent. I might just quickly get myself another galleon just to give myself a little bit more support. But yeah, again, liberation. We're building up a diplomatic favour hub now. I want to be able to vote in everything that I can. People keep destroying all of these cities. Stop it. Stop pillaging cities. I don't like that. I'm trying to trade with them. Don't you understand the need to trade? No, people just aren't as gold obsessed as I am, I think. That's all I care about right now. Absolutely all I care about. Great merchants. I think this guy would be pretty cool. Yeah, annexes tiles into my territory. We'll do that. Yeah, look, I can actually annex tiles but aren't within range of my city, so that's pretty cool, actually. I quite like that. That's awesome. Canberra's left itself open, so I can quickly just run in with my boats and I can liberate to Australia. 100 more favour. Very nice. Plus 5 amenities in this city now. Lovely stuff. Okay, good. Good. 28 trade routes going. 28's pretty good. We've got 56 gold per turn coming in from this card. I've got a +1 production from that card. That's literally all I can do right now. Conscription is, I mean, this is all fine. Yeah, I'm just at the moment, all my policy cards are just totally useless. Forms a fleet out of a naval unit. Oh, I could do with a fleet. That would help me quite a lot, actually. Foreign trade routes to the city provide +2 gold. Actually, that merchant would be useful as well. So merchant and admiral, we're going to get each of these guys if we can help it. Getting Liang in, actually. Getting Liang Lin to give myself fisheries would be really useful. I'm just going to get her, and once she's got the 2nd promotion, then I'll switch her over for a few turns and just build a load into Lisbon. Don't need to rush that through at the moment. I'm just picking up a couple of tiles just on the borders. That would be quite useful. Vietnam settler has just stood there like a prawn. Come on, move. It's a nice, great merchant. Excellent stuff. Got a lot of great people in, actually. Grants 100 faith, grants 1 free copy of his luxury resource on Metal. Oh, he would be good. Actually being able to put luxuries into Lisbon. That's nice. In the meantime, making a fleet out of a naval unit. What would be more useful, a fleet of galleys or a fleet of quadriremes? I think a fleet of quadriremes would be more useful for me at the moment. There we go, got the error score for doing that. There we go, that's a pretty impressive liberation force if I need to use it. Shipbuilding, I really need to actually be able to embark my units, that would be a useful thing. Still can't do that, annoyingly. 2 turns off the mausoleum. This is going to be where we have a lot of fun. There's the merchant in question. Now, I can actually, yeah, think about getting pretty much 3 copies of any luxury in. So it's all about working out what luxuries I don't have, or at least don't have access to, like marble, truffles, incense, citrus, coffee. You know what, actually Babylon. Where are Babylon? Over here. Is that where they are? No, that's Dido. It's a different brown. There's Babylon. So actually, if I send them over here, I might get access to some luxuries that I don't have any chance of getting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Just managed to buy another 100 diplomatic favor. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Oh, so much stuff. Fence. What's that? What's that? The mausoleum? The mausoleum in my city? Oh, hang on. I just need to rush this through. How much is it? It's a 400 production. Imhotep gives 175, which is doubled. So that's 350. So it should leave us about 4 turns. Hopefully. More if I do... Where is it? Corvée. Conscription isn't needed. I'll do urban planning quickly. So that's a good combination of stuff. Excellent. Okay, so this should go boom. And because I had the bonus, it finishes it. Okay, that's fantastic. That means Imhotep now has an extra charge. It means I'm getting a bunch more yields from all of these tiles. Oh, yes. Actually, I need to watch that Lisbon doesn't sort of starve itself by working all of these really, really nice tiles. But, I mean, look, the culture and the science now is just infinitely better than it was. So that's quite fun. Question is, do I treat myself to the Colossus as well? I'm thinking in terms of wonders that I want attached to my harbour. Colossus is, I mean, it is a cool one. I do like it a lot. But the Torre de Belém, international trade routes from a city receive +2 gold for every luxury resource of a destination. So I do want the Torre. So I think Colossus and Torre would be a that's not a bad combo really. So I don't feel too bad about rushing those through. Oh, agriculture. Right, okay, hang on. Let's just quickly move Liang in and replace it. It's going to be a bit of a faff, but we'll buy some builders and we're going to put fisheries down everywhere. And even though I don't get the extra production, because I want to put Pingala back into the city, it's going to make a huge difference. Oh yeah, look, there's a massive chunk off my science and culture per turn doing that. Horrible.
And a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton,
Right,
Major
okay,
King
hang
Kong,
on.
Matthew
Let's just
Wilkinson,
quickly
Salty
move
Tech, Davalex,
Liang
The Broccoli,
in
and
replace
Midnight
it.
Oil
It's
for
gonna
all
be
of
a
your
bit of a
support on
faff,
Patreon, as well as
but we'll buy
everybody
some
else
builders
who
and we're
like,
gonna put
subscribe,
fisheries down
and
everywhere.
follows. Thank you very
And
much.
even though I